Hey guys, this is Gerald with Bass Kicking Adventures. Today I'm not going fishing, but I am going to talk about something that I started about a month ago, and that is the carnivore diet. And this big crop, or not crock pot, but cast iron pan that you see behind me is a big part of this new diet that I'm trying. I'm cooking a lot in that thing now. But today, let me just show you what I just got from the grocery store. All right, so this carnivore diet is pretty amazing. I've been doing it since December 27th, 2023, and today's date is February 5th, 2024. So somewhere around 5 weeks. I have lost 12 pounds. I have energy like you wouldn't believe. I've had problems with allergies for the last 30 years. They're gone. I've had fish allergies for the last 20 years. Now, salmon and tuna are the only two that I've tried, but I can eat this all day long. You know, I couldn't do that before I started this carnivore diet. People say, well, it's got to get expensive. Well, actually not. I just bought this. This was 38 bucks for these three right here. I'll eat 2 meals out of this T-bone steak, 2 pieces of tuna, that's 2 meals. I'll cut this piece of salmon in half, that's 2 meals. All right, so with the carnivore diet, if you're not familiar with it, you can only eat animal-based products. So, you know, I eat a ton of steak, usually ribeyes, but pork chops, chicken, seafood, eggs, bacon. You can eat some dairy, but most people in the carnivore family does not recommend dairy, but you can eat some like block cheese. Not really milk, even though I love milk. I've pretty much cut that out now. Just the whole simplicity of it. You know, you go to the grocery store, you walk to the meat aisle, boom, you just grab what you want, grab you a case of water, and you're good to go. No more fruits and vegetables, none of that crap. No processed foods, none of that. That part can get a little difficult sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you, I miss it sometimes. But I've now done it long enough where the benefits of the carnivore diet outweighs cravings for bad food. And when I say bad food, I'm not talking about just going through drive-thrus, McDonald's and Wendy's. I'm not talking about just that. I'm talking about foods that you get at the grocery store that's in a box or in a bag. That's what I'm talking about. All that stuff's bad for you. So, if you have any questions about the carnivore diet, please leave some comments. I will answer them. If you have any health issues, give it a try. I mean, it only took me a couple weeks to lose the majority of my 12 pounds. It took a couple weeks before my allergies cleared up. I was having problems with inflammation, aches and pains around my knees and my fingers. That's gone. It's amazing the testimonies that people say the carnivore diet has done for them, and I'm living proof of it. So I'm so happy with it. I will continue to do this, but today, right now, I am going to show you how I'm going to cook this beautiful T-bone in my cast iron pan, and it is quick and it's absolutely delicious. I have a grill also, but since I started using this cast iron pan, especially if the weather's bad, it's just as good to me, cooking indoors. All right, so I'm gonna get everything prepared, and then I'll come back to you and show you what I'm gonna do. And one more thing that I wanted to show you right quick is I have kind of a small kitchen, and so I have this glass top tabletop stove that does a great job. Love that thing, got it off Amazon. Paid about, I think it was 140 bucks for that. I can run both burners, whatever temperature I want. It doesn't have any safety shutoffs or anything like that. That thing is great. All right, now I use that for, you know, anything that I cook in the, anything that I want to cook in the cast iron, I use that. That's really about it, to be honest with you. All right, and then I've got the old reliable George Foreman grill. This thing I cook hamburger patties in. You can cook chicken, you can cook pork chops. There's a lot of different things you can cook in this. I do cook my fish in that. It turns out great. The one thing that I would not cook in that is steak. It doesn't really turn out too good in a Foreman grill. All right, so in the carnivore diet, they want you to eat as much fat as you can. So when you get a steak that's got some extra fat on it, because that's now what your body is going to be burning for energy instead of sugar and carbohydrates. So when I cook in the cast iron pan, I will either use bacon grease that I keep in my refrigerator, which I'm out of right now, and I just bought this beef tallow, and basically all it is beef fat, and I have not used that before, so this will be the first time that I try this with this T-bone right here. All right, I have this, I haven't used this yet, but I am eating a lot of eggs now, so I'm going to start implementing this into my daily routine. Bull's eggs in just a matter of a couple minutes, and it's supposed to be perfect every time. So I will try that in the next few days. Those things are cheap. All right, and then I just bought this air fryer right here, and I think it is I think it's an 8-quart. Now the main reason I wanted that for is, you know, on the carnivore diet, you can eat fried foods, but you can't be using vegetable oils and stuff like that. If you're going to fry something, you have to use like bacon grease, or, you know, the beef tallow I just showed you, something like that. So I love chicken legs, so that's really the main reason I bought this air fryer, is that I'm going to season my chicken legs, put it in there, and about 15 minutes later I can eat that. All right, this electric skillet right here, this thing is, you know, my bacon, and I mean not my bacon, my eggs and sausage, country ham, you know, any of that stuff is what I cook on this skillet. It's great. You heat that thing up, you can put about 4 or 5 eggs on there, and you know, it's done in 45 seconds. And I was just talking about bacon. When I cook bacon, I use a pot like this, and what I do is I just put the whole pack of bacon in there, put it on my stove top, and just let the whole pack cook. I don't cook 2 or 3 pieces. I cook the whole pack. What I don't need, I put in a Tupperware bowl in the refrigerator. All right, and since I have a small kitchen, I like to keep the utensils that I use on a regular basis handy. So obviously, with me eating a lot of steak, I've got some good steak knives. I use these tongs all the time with fish and steaks. Got to have a good pair of kitchen scissors. Got my measuring cups there. Little spatula for my eggs. And then the other thing that I purchased that I've never used in my life is this internal thermometer for your food. That thing works great. You know, the one thing that I learned about that thermometer, if it tells you, you know, like on a steak, it's usually about 128, something like that, for the medium rare that I like. So when it gets close to that temperature, go ahead and take it off the heat, because it's going to cook just a little bit while it's sitting in your plate. So you want to let it rest for, you know, a couple minutes before you eat it, and while it's resting, it's going to cook a little bit more. So don't leave it on there too long. Alright guys, that's what the beef tallow looks like. It's like vanilla ice cream. Alright guys, now I know a lot of people don't tenderize their steaks, but I've always done it. Just my preference. And I've got this little thing right here that does a great job. Alright. Now, this is what I use to season everything. Cavender's all-purpose Greek seasoning on everything that I cook. It's delicious. And you can get it pretty much any grocery store. Alright, I'm going to season this bad boy up. Heat that up. Have some good food here in a few minutes. Alright, here's the beef tallow. It'll be getting hot here in just a second. And then this beautiful seasoned tenderized T-bone steak is going to be put in there. And what I do is when there's about 2 minutes left, I'll also add some butter in the pan. But you don't want to put the butter in too early. Just wait till you're about done, then put the butter in there. Alright, pan is ready. Get this bad boy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sear each side. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. And it'll probably take me about 6 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes to cook this the way I like it. That is a beautiful sight, and the sound is beautiful too. The only thing that could be better than that is a ribeye. But I just want to switch it up today. I like T-bones too. Alright guys, she's looking good. I'm going to put the thermometer inside of her and see what we're looking at. So around 125 is what I'm going to take it off at. Alright guys, I think she's ready to go. Alright guys, there she is. It's going to be delicious. I normally put the butter in the pan before I take it off. I forgot to. But if that happens, you can just put it on the steak while it's resting and it will melt. Give you a delicious added flavor to it. Let me show you what I eat with it. Alright, so again, I shop at Food Line. They carry the shrimp right here, fully cooked, no seasoning. I love these things. So when you buy them, they're frozen. Just put them in the refrigerator, in about 24 hours they'll fall out. I'll usually eat like 4 or 5 pieces. Alright guys, if you use a thermometer and you go by what it says, 125, 126, 127, medium rare, that's what you're going to be looking at, which that is absolutely delicious to me. Alright, well this will be a 2 meal for me today. The only thing that I've ate for it's about 6 o'clock right now. The only thing I've ate so far today was I ate 2 beef patties with a little bit of cheese on top. It was block cheese and seasoned with the Cavendish season. So that's all that I ate. That was left over from yesterday. Now it's about 6 o'clock. This portion of the T-bone, handful of shrimp, water will probably be all that I eat today. But I still have all that left. So even if I eat some more off that, I'll still have plenty left over tomorrow. Now, that's one thing about the carnivore. Once you start eating the meat diet, all meat diet, you will, you got to give it a fair chance. But once you go a couple weeks, you're going to see that you're going to get full a lot easier. And that's another thing that I love about it. So you ain't got no choice but to lose weight, but you're going to feel good while you're losing the weight. You're going to be full of energy. All right, well, I'm going to get to eating. And so guys, let me show you something here. All right, guys, for any of you that have watched my fishing videos or me and Aubrey's fishing videos throughout the last couple years, I really appreciate it. We've kind of taken a break from fishing. Last year, we played tennis pretty much every day. Aubrey's getting ready to turn 12 years old, and her big thing now is tennis. But the reason I'm showing you this is because we finally got our gear out of the storage building, and we're going to start getting into some more fishing here soon. At least that's the game plan. And where I live, if you get in the rivers, these Alabama rigs are deadly. I've got some good videos if you haven't seen them with me using that thing. So we still got some unpacking we got to do. As you can see, we're still a little unorganized, but that will come in the next couple of days. But yeah, we're making some progress, and we'll be back out there soon. But I will be making videos about this carnivore diet. I'm very, very pleased with it. If I, experience anything bad, I will post it. But so far, nothing but good. And there's a ton of videos on YouTube. Matter of fact, that's how I discovered it. That can, people's got a lot more experience with it than I do, and they say the same thing. It's just all good. And speaking of all good, my favorite, real Shimano SLX. Love that thing. All right, guys, I'm gonna eat my dinner. Appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Leave some comments. Ask me some questions about that carnivore. I love talking about it. All right, y'all take care.